What is going on, guys and girls? Level Up here at OnPointGaming's OnPointTactical. We are doing another live reaction video because you guys seem to like it, so I thought I'd make another one. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I'm getting the same gay little, like, cold thing that I had earlier on in Battlefield 4. So I will be drinking Alka-Seltzer and sniffling quite a large amount. I'm trying to not get sick this time, so I'm chugging the meds right away on the first sign of even considering getting sick, because last time I was like, oh no, I'll fight it out and it'll be okay, and then for like 7 days I couldn't talk normal. I would like to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving, or however you're supposed to tell people to have fun on Thanksgiving. I haven't said it thus far, so I feel like maybe I should go ahead and say that and get it out of the way before I hear about it in a comment, like, why didn't you say anything? And we are going to get on our way with the M249, which has grown to be one of my favorite guns in the game, actually. Because it shoots kind of like an M4, whoa! Except that it has a massive magazine, because it is a light machine gun. I'll actually be an ammo person and give him bullets, because it's my job is to give ammo bags to other players. He's an ammo guy, but I think he wants some more, so I'm going to throw one more down, make him pass it, move on to Delta. And I sort of mentioned this last time, so I'm going to say something about it again. If you would like to play Battlefield 4 with me, just send me a private message with your gamertag in it, and we'll exchange gamertags that way, because I don't exactly like having comments being like, yeah, my screen name is this. Because even though, yeah, while it's in the video, you would have to watch the video in HD to see that. And second of all, I don't want to have you guys feeling obligated that you need to let everyone know what your gamertag is. So if you want to have the rest of the planet know what your gamertag is, that is fine. But don't feel it necessary. Just know that you can just send me a private message and tell me what your gamertag is. Tell me you want to hook up and play Battlefield at some point, and we will be good to go that way. It'll be a little less painless, or, well, a little more painless, not a little less painless, that would be more painful. It's gonna be less painful, for us just to do it that way, and hopefully get everything accomplished that we need to. And I did also say, that way I can hook up with you guys and do live streams. I don't actually have the license from YouTube to do live streams yet. I could do, like, Twitch or something, or whatever the heck it's called, but I don't think I want to, because that would mean opening an entire another account, and I don't really want to mess with having to manage anything more than I do already. So, I'm not going to do any live streams with you guys. I will, however, if you have a microphone and you are cool with it, I'll do live commentaries. I'm going to try and figure out how to get the chat audio to record on the PS4. I'll just do some investigation. It didn't take me long to figure it out on the PlayStation 3, but I've not been as fortunate trying to figure it out on the PlayStation 4, so we can hopefully get that figured out within a reasonable amount of time. Wow, that only does 2 damage, that is pitiful. But, you know, hopefully I can... Oh, I'm getting out of here. Well, at least away from the middle. Freak. But yeah, no, I think it'd be kind of fun to start playing with you guys a lot more, because I could never thank you guys enough for watching my horrible commentary, putting up with my amateur video editing and gameplay. I've been asked a couple times through private messages. Been like, I'm not gonna tell you who it is because they told me not to. Well, they didn't tell me not to, but I don't, whatever. Like, how do you play so good? And how do you edit this? And how do you do this? And how do you make your videos so good? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm a troll. I hate watching myself. It's like, you know, the channel would be fine if they could just replace, if I could just replace myself with another commentator. I think we'd have overall a lot better stuff coming out, but can't pull that off, so I guess you're just stuck with me, which I guess is not that bad of a deal. As if some of you like me, I don't know, I don't understand. I could never subscribe to myself. Anyway, like, even if I wasn't myself, I just couldn't watch my own content for that long, that's for sure. So, where, dude? Poo. So, whenever you haven't played the game in a little under a week, get this, you're not as good whenever you get back on. It's amazing how this works, isn't it? It's pitiful. I hate not being able to play, because then I get back on and I'm like, running around and no idea what on earth we're trying to figure out. Wandering around, getting shot at from everywhere, have no idea where the enemies are at. Can't shoot worth squad. It's awesome. We're gonna move on to Bravo. Wow, alrighty. That was a little close. But the only thing that's annoying about this laser light unit is that you can't, like, hold it to turn it off. Because there are times that I'm just waiting for somebody to see that laser and spot me and then like, get shot in the face with a tank, but it doesn't happen as much as it doesn't happen to me as much as it probably should. Freak. So bad. I just got owned. It's terrible. I don't know why I keep trying to use that side. I like how the EOTech looks, but I just can't use it. This guy is running directly away from an enemy. Several enemies. This is amazing. We're gonna play bolt action. Wow, we're gonna do something way different from what I normally do. That's because I suck at it, but you know, we can always pretend like I'm doing really well. Biggest thing for me is that I have my sensitivity high enough to where I can do this and, you know, look back and forth and make sure I'm not being watched from different angles constantly. But yet, whenever, like, it doesn't lower your sensitivity very much whenever you actually zoom in with your scope relative to how much zoom there is, so it's, like, really easy to overcompensate for someone walking. Gosh. And then just get ran over like that. Because they're camping the hill, but... Freak, this squad is terrible. Where on earth are the good people at? 0 and 12. I applaud performances like that. You are amazing. You are amazing too. They're right over here. Wow. Alright, look. Freak. Grr. Gay. I don't know what else to say to that. That sucked. Gosh, man. Whenever... You cannot what on earth? You can't compensate for having idiots on your team. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how good you are. Your team is like this one. Has no idea what the freak is going on the entire time. You try and spawn in on them and getting shot up immediately. I don't care how good you are going to play very representative of the rest of your team, because it's a team-based game. So one crappy player can ruin everything for everybody. Well, that is for certain. So let me know what you are thinking you're going to be doing for Thanksgiving. You know, kind of. You don't have to tell me what you're doing, but it'd be kind of cool to be like, yeah, I'm doing this, and getting everybody together. And I'm not doing a whole lot, but you know, more than nothing, probably. So, and the knife animations never match from what side you attack the guy. Clearly stabbed him from behind him or to the right, and yet I get the left side animation. Like, what on earth? I think that Conquest large is not necessarily a good thing. While, yes, more players equals more chaos equals more killing, but, freak, whenever they're sitting here and camping there like crazy, which is what 9 times out of 10 happens, not on the PC because you guys have been used to it, which means that you've had time to practice, which means that people on the console that haven't had time to practice suck at it. So we're stuck with people that have no idea what the freak they're doing the entire time. They're camping in just random spots, not paying attention to the enemies around them. And it's just sort of creating a hostile gameplay experience that isn't very good right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to playing Team Deathmatch and Domination pretty much full time and just enjoy the graphics of the PS4. I'm going to wait until the rest of humanity actually knows something about this game mode, and then I might consider playing it a little more often. But as it stands right now, the game mode is really imbalanced for the consoles because nobody can handle the amount of action that's been going on. Because if they've been playing Conquest on the last consoles, that means that they've been playing with basically no one when compared to how many players there is now. And that, of course, means that now they have no idea what to do besides camp and use suppressors. And while using suppressors are fun, that means that everybody's going to use a suppressor, including myself, because I'm not leaving myself at a disadvantage to my opponents. I'm sorry, I'm not the kind of player that is just going to be like, well, they're running around with this gun that is so much better than mine, and unless I'm doing a weapon review for YouTube, I'll be like, okay, fine, I will use that same weapon. Like, I don't know, I hate being in a what? I don't like losing simply because of another person's equipment or rank versus them actually being good, or their camping spot with an M320 versus them being good. But as it stands right now, Conquest Large is not a good game mode at all. In fact, it pretty much just sucks as it stands right now. And I'm going to go back to playing Team Deathmatch and Domination. Maybe even some Rush. But as it stands, I can't participate in this game mode where everybody's being stupid, has no idea what the freak we're doing, running around like chickens with our heads cut off. I can't do that. It hurts my brain to see so many people being retarded at once. So I'm just not going to participate in the insanity. And I'll wait until the game mode sort of smooths itself out, because as players get used to the added player count, and instead of just camping everywhere, we see people playing like they used to, just more of them. I don't know why, because there's simply more players. Everybody thinks that, oh, well, now if we camp in this hill, we can be twice as effective as if we run around and play like the rest of everyone else. So then it winds up, and then of course, if somebody's camping, then everybody else is going to be like, well, I better participate too, I'm just going to go ahead and camp, and then suddenly everybody in the entire server is just sitting in corners doing nothing. It's amazing how it sort of it turns into a chain reaction of lameness. It's mind-blowing. Oh, man. Speaking of nonsense and mind-blowing, I've had the same cold twice in a row in under a month. That is pretty wicked. Whenever Battlefield 4 launched, wow, I got it like maybe, well, I started to get it instantaneously after the launch, and I was awake for so long, which means that my immune system was, which means that my immune system was not functioning because I was tired. So I sort of like got this like cold thing, and right at first it was just really, really simple. Like right at first it was like, okay, runny nose, scratchy eyes, rough throat, and then it got to waking up in the morning and throat feeling like it's on fire. 2 camper loser sniper guys on the side of the map apparently, and I don't know, it just sort of advanced from there, and then I woke up I think like 4 days after Battlefield 4 launched, and I couldn't talk at all. Like, I seriously, for 4 hours, was just like I couldn't say anything. I could just make air noises and sort of try and pronounce things. And then, that night, I sort of got it back, except I sounded kind of like this all the time. And if you'll go back and watch the videos, then you'll see, but, the Ace 52 was right during the middle of my cold, and I was sort of starting to get better by my AEK video. But it just progressed, and then after I sort of started to get my voice back, then my throat was hurting again, and I was getting the stuff that I had at first, the runny nose, scratchy eyes, rough throat, and everything else. And then, not long after that, I started to get like really, like my stomach was like getting really uneasy, and eating anything was starting to upset it, and I still have that problem to this day. It's been worse ever since then. But like I'll eat just like the most simple foods that you can imagine, and if it's very heavy at all, it hurts to eat it. And so I've sort of been trying to like lay off of the Coke for one, and like eat up on like salads and things that are actually good for you, so that it doesn't hurt so bad. And all the while, I'm still trying to play Battlefield to do YouTube, so I feel like crap. I'm up around the clock, I'm tired constantly, and yet whenever whenever I finally get around to doing commentary, usually I've been awake for just over 12 hours, just over 12 hours, and that's sort of, really? And that's sort of untypical of commentators, YouTubers. Usually they, well, do what I should, and they wake up, play the game, and then mid-afternoon record gameplay and then upload it overnight so that it's ready in the morning. I do the uploading overnight thing, except I do everything all day. Usually play the game, and then play the game for a couple hours and do everything else and eat and then watch TV and then try and hang out with everybody. And then whenever I finally get around to playing Battlefield, it's probably close to midnight. And then after that, that means that I get done playing at like 2, and then I have to stop and edit everything. So it just, drags on. It's like sometimes days seem like they never end. Like, it just feels like they never end ever. So then it gets to this point where it's like, do I really want to do YouTube? And then I upload it, and then I start to get the likes and the comments, and I was like, you know, this is exactly why I'm bending over backwards to do this. I mean, even though I would never watch myself and give myself a like, and I pretty much just suck at doing YouTube or doing anything for that matter. Freak! One more round, I would have got him. And, I don't know, just seeing that I actually have an audience that's gonna watch it, it's like, okay, this is why I've been trying so hard for so long. Like, I've tried to do YouTube a couple times, and it hasn't worked out at all until this time. The first time I did it for like a couple months, and I was doing like short little like home film style things, like they were like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes long. And then it was the same channel, but I quit making stuff for like, I don't know, a year and a half. And then I got back on the same channel, started doing a little bit of Battlefield 3 stuff. And then I overhauled that channel, deleted everything, and started doing like better Battlefield videos. And then I decided that I would go ahead and change the name, what a moron, to Freak, to my gamer tag. And then that one went south. And now I'm finally around to this channel where I actually have an audience, and it is amazing having all this effort not wasted but actually put into something. It's amazing how it can just sort of change your entire attitude towards it whenever people are watching it and you can pretend like you're doing it for a real reason. It's pretty darn nice. I want to keep myself genuine, I guess. I don't want to... What on earth? We're in an attack helicopter. You don't just throw those things away. Freak. Why does my team suck so bad, dude? Oh my gosh. I'm just at, like, disbelief that that just happened to me. I'm not getting his helicopter. He's just gonna crash it. But I don't want to pick up this like elitist attitude just because, oh wow, yeah, I have a YouTube channel and people watch it. Like if we get to having ridiculous view numbers, I'm not going to be like playing Battlefield and people are going to be like, yeah, I recognize it from YouTube. Be like, yeah, I'm popular now, you know. That is what the noob from Battlefield Friends is like. I played with him, and the whole time he's like doing these noob phrases, which is fine. But right at first I didn't believe it was him. He's like, yeah, I know I'm popular. He's like, I know it might be hard to believe that I'm me. So anyway, he changed the server settings up and it wound up being him. I'm stuck on nothing again, and but the entire time he just like had this like really elitist attitude just because so many people know who he is. And I was just like, you know, I don't want to pick up this attitude because it sucks playing with you. That was in the later days of Battlefield 3, and everything sort of advanced from there for me, so I would like to definitely stay at that point where I don't feel like negative talking to you guys about stuff. Like, gosh, that was a terrible, terrible, terrible performance. Could have got more points just playing Commander. Whatever. So this has been my live reaction video for Conquest Large 2. This time we didn't talk about the game a whole lot. I'll try and fix it next time, but whenever the gameplay sucks, it's hard to talk about it. I don't know. So have a good Thanksgiving. Try not to get sick like I am getting sick, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Send me a message with your gamer tag. I'll hit you up and we can hook up and play a game. So As always, thanks for watching, guys. I believe I already said that, but I'm not quite sure. Have a good one, and take it easy.